Ladies and gentlemen, from the Microsoft Theater here in downtown Los Angeles, brought to you by Shawn Porter Promotions, live from Los Angeles, it's time for the main event of the evening.
And we just went down to 16.
Don't look at the numbers.
Turn it down. Welcome to the PorterWay podcast live. Showtime Sean P over here. It's your boy Ant with 2 T's. They loving the 2 T's.
Yeah, we in the house.
We live finally. Appreciate the loyalty, especially with Carson.
Yeah.
Holding it down as always.
Holding down in the chats. You know Carson. Y'all gonna say something slick. Carson gonna say something slick. Hey, ask Carson why he's not here.
No. I asked. I told Ant before we came on. I said, "Yo, we have 15 people now. What if it's only 15 the whole time we on here?" And he said, "Don't let the numbers affect you." Has that happened to you? Like on a live show, you were watching the numbers.
I don't care.
It matters to me
because I know what we're gonna do on the back end.
I don't care about the back end. I care about now.
Oh, okay.
All
so,
right?
so when you fought, you said don't worry about the back end.
Yeah, no.
You said to give me my money up front.
I don't give a damn about no replay of no fight
I'm
that
saying,
I
what
ever
about
had.
your money? What about the back end on money?
Oh man, that would be nice. That would be nice. We never knew that about the contracts. We never knew that.
Oh, okay.
So here's what we're gonna do. If y'all ain't realized by now, but Ant and I both we trying to tighten our stuff all the way up with the absence of Carson, of course.
Yeah, y'all got me studying like I'm in high school again.
So I looked at Ant. I said, "Yo, do you feel pressured to watch boxing now?"
Yeah, I do. I'm literally. I own my own business, so I'm literally taking off to come do this right now. I got to go do some more work.
Man, you was done for the day.
Yeah,
Somebody just hit you up.
But that dollar amount, they threw me a dollar amount that I got to take.
Listen,
I don't sell drugs or nothing.
I watched The Zone this weekend. Shout out to the fights on The Zone. We're not going to cover the fights on The Zone today. We're starting late, and we have a few guests, so we really won't be able to get into things the way we had initially planned to. But I watched The Zone this weekend for one reason and one reason only.
Because you had to?
No, I knew it was what Carson would do.
I didn't even know it was a Zone fight.
I never know if like there's the main fights that we know are coming on that you come to my house and watch or vice versa. And then Carson will always every week he'll stick in an honorable mention goes to. So I was like, you know what, let me get ready for one of them
73
this weekend. So we got Jessica McCaskill coming on today.
Oh.
And we also have Franchón Crews coming on today.
You ever talk to Jessica?
Outside of working with her, no.
She's spicy.
Why you say that?
She talk that.
Yeah, she seemed like
she
seemed like it. Like
she
off air.
She'll talk about on air.
No,
she'll talk about anybody.
And I heard that too.
So I'm about to get hyper up.
All right, let me. I'll sit back and watch.
Katie Taylor, Amanda Serrano. You don't notice.
I've known Franchón Crews for a long time.
Undisputed.
All the way back to the amateurs. Yeah.
Okay.
And actually, her debut was against Claressa Shields.
Yeah, 10 years too early.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I don't like that.
It was just too early for a number of reasons, but
4 rounds.
The women they try to get at it whenever they can, you know.
Okay.
And I think it was probably Franchon's idea was maybe we can ask her, but I assume she was going to use that as like the launching pad for her career, and obviously vice versa for Claressa.
It was like whoever, and it actually worked out. I mean, they both having great careers.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they're both having great careers.
Only
outside of that being her only loss.
Yeah.
And then again, like to your point, when it's your first fight, it's easy to say, "Hey, I lost my debut." You know what I mean? Opposed to being 10-0 established, 20-0 established.
It's like you open up with Earl Spence.
Yeah, something like that.
Wow.
Something like that. Yeah. Actually, yeah.
Actually, no, that would be actually that'd be fun for boxing. If we could literally get y'all to go early, because then you might. I don't know.
For 4 rounds, it may make sense.
Yeah.
6 rounds, it may make sense, but for a 12-round fight, neither guy or woman, they don't do 12, but we'll just keep it at that. When you have to go the distance like that, you haven't trained for that, you haven't fought in that. There's a lot of unknowns, and so that's why there's that building phase.
What was the increase that you was like, I'm tired?
Never.
Excuse the hell out of me.
Hey, straight up, never. And it's something that I tell fighters. I tell fighters, don't count rounds.
Yeah.
Don't when the card comes around, don't look at the card. When the coach is coming up the corner, he says, "Hey, what round was that?" Like, try to turn your ears off, because what happens is you'll get stuck in the moment if you allow your mind to realize what's happening. So here's what I always say about like championship fights and the fights like Errol, Keith, not so much Danny, but that and definitely Terrence. It's like an outer body experience where you're like so in the zone that you're just going through the motions, and it's like react. And it's like you don't have time to think about the round. You don't have time to think about your heart beating a little faster and things like that. The other side of that, as a fighter, yeah, I was always trying to push guys to the point where they had to think about something and reflect on how I didn't feel like this in camp. You know what I mean? So it was, for me, my pressure was just as much mental pressure as it was physical pressure.
We got a super chat.
Well, you read it.
They came in early. Oh.
Trenton White, make sure we hear a take on. Oh yeah, got it. We got to give a take on Ryo, and so we'll get to. So to my point, we'll get to the Fox card. Of course, we have to do that, and so what we're gonna do is start with the ESPN card that's coming up this weekend, and also shout out to Sky Sports. We'll be talking about that first because we got the ladies on and we have them scheduled. So we'll get on, talk about the main part of the card with those young ladies, and then circle back around to to the
ladies waiting
card.
right now.
Not yet.
Okay.
Oh, should I probably should just be like, yo, call in now, huh?
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
Why the heck not? I mean, we hey yo, I got this guy's wild. I'm actually looking forward to this fight this weekend. The co-main and the main.
Got to be.
Yeah. Somebody getting knocked out in both, or we getting a boxing lesson in both? Because that determines a lot. That determines a lot. I like Alicia. Michaela ain't nothing to mess with. I love Claressa, but Savannah Marshall. Hey, what y'all think in the chat? Who y'all got in these fights this weekend?
So you went back and watched Savannah Marshall and Claressa Shields in the amateurs.
And the Olympic fight.
It was the World Championship.
Yeah,
yep.
You guys check that out.
Yep.
Claressa got robbed.
Top to beginning and end was online?
Yeah,
on
beginning and
YouTube?
end was online. I apologize about the music. It's super annoying, but I just turned it off. But she was a more aggressive fighter. Cleaner punches, aggressive. Claressa was fighting on her back foot all night. I don't know how she lost.
Hold up. You just said Claressa was fighting on the back foot.
Savannah.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't know Claressa fighting on the back
She was
foot.
coming all night long.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that's the Olympic BS.
I was going to tell you.
That's how I realized. When I was watching it, I said, this is the Olympics BS.
Yeah, because that's exactly, it's what you deal with. Savannah Marshall had the name when they fought. She was the one expected to win.
Sand Shields.
Everything.
Hands down.
Yeah, she was the one expected to win everything. And so when you go up against a young lady fresh from America, you don't really know her. She's just new to the scene, to the world scene, and she's crushing
And that's
people.
how the judge is looking to.
Exactly. She's crushing people, but to them, they have who is expected to win, supposed to win, and sometimes they see it a little different from.
They saying Mayor too. Carson saying Alicia though. Everybody they going with Mayor. Mayor and shit. What you got? Throw it out there right now.
No. I'm going with Alicia Baumgardner. I don't.
Okay. It's hard, man.
I don't like predicting fights.
It's hard. It's hard. I'm literally stuck between both of those fights.
Why? How?
What do you mean, why? Michaela will give you a boxing lesson. If she can't get inside, Shawn.
I don't see it.
But what if, yeah.
I don't see that.
And shout out to my guy for Reed. He's coaching her, and Tony Harris. Shout out to Tony, you're my guy, even though you don't know it. I'm one of your favorite. You're one of my favorite fighters.
True.
Yeah, we had an incident, but it is what it is. I apologize.
What's the incident?
I like to apologize to people. It is what it is, but if Alicia can show us some great boxing, she's shown pretty good boxing last fight. Maybe, but Michaela, man, God, we'll get farther into it. How Michaela gonna win?
How has Alicia Baumgardner not warranted that reaction when you talk about her?
I just think the experience.
And I got no.
that's why I worry about the experience. Because with her in the amateurs, she was on Michaela, everybody, lots of fights.
Yeah.
And the pros, all her fights basically go 10 rounds, and she's getting nothing but experience.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. And I mean, at the end, Alicia came on after a big knockout to Harper. Was it Harper? I think she knocked out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then she came on the stage like, okay, I'm here.
Yeah. You don't like it?
No, I got Alicia. After all that being said.
And you got Alicia.
Oh, yeah, that was just saying, Michaela, I got stuff for Alicia, too.
Hey, y'all, we're going to bring on Franchón Crews.
Okay.
What do you call it? Undisputed.
Yeah.
Super middleweight world champion, female world champion, Franchón Crews. Welcome to the PorterWay podcast. Can we bring her in?
She's strapped up at super middleweight.
Yeah.
Strapped up.
And still,
Hi.
look at her.
Look at her. Yeah, how you box? She's swagged out. She's looking better than some of these girls out here that don't box. Y'all look like y'all box, and we're going to keep it like that.
Damn.
Thank you.
No problem.
I took a bath today, you know.
And did a photo shoot too, right?
Yeah, man. I was like, when you called, I was just like, oh, I gotta fix my glasses.
Other way.
But
Yeah.
thank you. They like fucked up.
Your hair
But
crooked.
yeah, I had to do a quick.
Shut up,
you
Shawn.
know, that's how it happens. When you've been boxing as long as I have, everything's crooked.
Oh,
you know?
stop it.
Yeah.
No, but what's up? What's up with the shoot though? That you just did?
So my fairy grandmother, she dropped a whole bunch of bombs on me. So she asked me to be a part of her lookbook, which is coming out in November, and I'm also going to be a part of her fashion show. So I'll be making my fashion debut with my apparel. So that's a whole nother story.
Yeah,
but
we familiar. Can I tweet night of? Can I tweet? Well,
yeah, tweet what you want to.
Well,
tweet.
I'll wait for you, and then I'll just cause I'm super proud of you, straight up.
Hold on.
Oh, thank you, Shawn.
Let me tell you why. I'm super proud of you because, and you see what I'm doing now. Like I had plans outside of boxing, and I was telling before you came on, I was saying I've known Franchón for a long time, and you was the girl that at the Olympic Training Center we would finish training, and we walking back to the dorms. And you 100 yards behind us, but you singing and you sound ahead of us the way you singing. So singing goes into your fashion sense, goes into now you doing a photo shoot that has absolutely nothing to do with boxing. So I got no quarrels, no knock on boxing at all, but I just love when fighters decide to take hold of their lives and do something outside of the sport. So simply put, man, that's why I'm proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Well, you know, my whole reason for getting into boxing because I wanted to be a singer and an entertainer. So it's just coming full circle, and I just made the boxing ring my stage, and I'm just, you know, performing for the people.
Yeah.
Where did Heavy Hitter Diva come from? How many girls you beat up in high school to get that?
I was beating up dudes since I was in elementary school. I like to be like the boys. I'm very feminine, but I'm a tomboy at heart. And then I'm a diva, so I like music, I like fashion, I like all those things, and I hit pretty hard. So hence the heavy hitting diva.
Okay.
And one more thing about your singing, are you in the studio or anything like that? I know you did Dance with the, or not dancing, American Idol. Yeah. Are you in the studio or anything?
So this year was very focused because I achieved the goal that I set out to be undisputed. So that took everything from me. But I'm writing. Actually, my producers called me 2 weeks ago, and since I'm debuting in a fashion show, I'll have some original music playing while people walk in my gear. So it's just make it work.
See?
In that fight where you won all the titles, you strapped up right now. Hey, somebody seemed like they wanted it, and somebody seemed like they was there for play. Somebody seemed like they was there to fight. You was fighting like you were the contender, and it had no belts.
And that's how I always carry. I've been a top dog for many years, and Shawn can attest for that. But I always keep that underdog mentality because my career hasn't been a walk in the park, as you can see. I've been through a whole lot. but I never get comfortable, and that's what keeps me on top.
Let me ask you real quick, and then we'll get into this fight this weekend. But a couple questions from the chat. Carson, our guy Carson Merck, he wants to know what your go-to karaoke song is.
Oh my God. I think like anything Brandy or like Beyonce. I'm so horrible. I need some new songs. I'm terrible on the spot.
That means don't ask you to sing on the spot because you're not.
Yeah.
All right. I'll let you have it.
I can sing a little bingo or something. I can flip it, but yeah, go ahead. Shawn.
No. Stop. We're not going there. Before you came on, we were talking about your fight with Claressa, of course. Kind of the common denominator here right now while we had you on today, but we're going to have you on next week at the Box Fan Expo. We got to do that. But just going back to that fight real quick, Ant asked me, did I think that fight was, what'd you say, 210 fight?
I said 5-10 years too early.
Yeah.
No, I think that fight was needed. One, because, in order to be the best, you got to always want to compete with the best. And we had just both came from the Worlds. She just came back from the Olympics, and 13 girls turned her down. And for me, being the person she had to beat to get into that position, I felt like it was only right. Like nobody else wanted to step up to the plate. Nobody wanted to show why they felt they were the best. And I think it set the tone for women's boxing altogether. As you can see, the best are fighting the best now. And, it put a lot of girls on notice to get themselves together, just like Savannah feeling like she's ready to fight 10 years later. But if that fight wouldn't have taken place, I don't think the fight that's taking place this weekend would have happened.
Oh, okay. Can I ask why you say that? Stop playing with your glasses.
The other way.
I messed them up, y'all. I'm going to take them off because I'm cute in real life.
Yeah, you good. You good. Yeah, you good.
What happened was, hold on, what was the question again? Why wouldn't that fight have happened?
Yeah, you said
need a great dancing partner.
Yeah.
And if nobody would have fought Claressa, if I wouldn't have took the fight, where would we be at?
Yeah,
Savannah wouldn't have. It wouldn't have set the tone to show like Claressa is really built like that. And Savannah wouldn't have had a coattail to hang on for the last couple of years to even build up to this fight.
That's what I said to Ant. I said, I assume, and I'm going to just go ahead and ask you, but you were probably using that fight to kind of catapult yourself to the next level in females boxing. And was that the mindset for you taking that fight? I know that I knew that you were kind of like called on, like you were like, okay. That's what she do.
Yeah, let me be great, y'all. Let me be great.
You got it.
I'm too. Yeah. But anyway, yeah.
Was that the mindset? What's the mindset now with the glasses?
I was actually, I can't see me.
Come on.
They try to throw shade. I'm always ready. But anyway, when I got the call, I was actually going to prepare for the U.S. Open because when I have my mind set on something, I'm really set on it. And I did really want to go to the Olympics. But something in my heart said, if I didn't do this now, I'll be playing catch up for the rest of my life. And I feel like it was an amazing platform to fight on Andre Ward's undercard, to be in Vegas, and to make a couple dollars. Like, who's really going to have a pro debut like that? So it made sense to me. And it put me on a platform with one of the greatest females of all time. And it showed that, hey, she can fight and I can fight too. And I never saw myself as an opponent. I never saw myself as someone, just to take up space. I always knew I was a champion inside. Claressa knew that. And I used that to promote my next fight, be self-managed, become a world champion, and now I'm undisputed.
Speaking of being a champion, you won your first belt in Vegas. You gonna come defend them belts in Vegas? You got them. You got the first one here.
Listen, I'm trying to think big because I be thinking small sometimes. So I'm just going where the wind pushes me.
Okay.
And if it's a great opportunity, it's a couple dollars there, fine. If I get to fight, get some Arab money, I'm with it. If I can go to the UK and fight, I'm with it. So
I ain't mad at you.
I'll be in Vegas next week, so that's cool.
You bringing the belts?
Yeah, I'm bringing the belts. I'm bringing some gear. I'm bringing myself.
She at the Expo.
It's lit.
You're bringing the glasses?
Yeah, I got some specially for.
Bring Ant some glasses.
I mean,
Franchón, let's.
What?
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. No. Go ahead. No. Go ahead.
No, this is my aesthetic. I've been like
100.
this forever, so it's not like trying to be something. That's just who I am.
Oh yeah, now every time I seen you on point, I'm gonna be honest. Every time I seen you on point.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Franchón,
Don't come to the gym.
Hey, you working?
Hey, listen.
Yeah,
When she leave the gym, you like, hold up. Did you just get here, or did you actually work out? Franchón, we got to talk about the fight this weekend. Obviously, you and Claressa are great friends, but obviously, I want you to put that to the side. Just kind of analyze the fight for us and tell us how you think that one gonna play out.
Well, it's a great thing to have pedigree. I've actually been in the ring with both ladies. Savannah, I fought her in London in her hometown, and it's a reason she don't say my name. She I just feel like she was a better amateur than pro, because she's kind of stagnant, and the fact that she's getting to the point that she just relies on power, that's very that's limiting her. Claressa has been tested with power punchers such as myself. She's been in there with other skilled boxers, and she's been in there with some people she just totally dominated. And I feel like that experience will take you far in this pro thing. And what people have to be mindful of, they only have 12 fights. You know what I mean? Yeah. So it's like, who's racing to the finish line? Who's had the most adversity? Who's, developed over time? Yeah. And I feel like Savannah, yes, she has power punch. Yes, she has skill, but I feel like she's playing catch up. She's like, oh, snap, I got a real fight in front of me. Now I got to pull out the tricks. And it doesn't just click off like that when you have someone such as Claressa, who's always in goal mode, who's if she's not boxing, she's MMA. Yeah. I feel as though Claressa will pull it off as long as she's cautious and not emotional. From a mentality standpoint, I think Claressa trumps Savannah because I've been in there and I've seen her outside of the ring. Heart, Claressa trumps Savannah. And people making it like Claressa could lose the fight and retire tomorrow, and she will still have a legacy that hasn't been touched in a long time. Yeah. Savannah has something to prove. And I think when Claressa ethered her and said, you let your country down in 2012 and 2016, that's something you got to really think about. So at the end of the day, Claressa has spoken for herself with her skill, with her resume. Her coaches don't have to hype her up. I feel like Savannah has to live up to her coaches and her country and all these people vouching for her, because her energy really did change once she got in Claressa's face. And this is just like me analyzing, because it was, I'll knock you out, I'll do this. Now it's like, oh, I'll outbox you, I'll do that. Yeah. So keep that same energy and make sure when it get hot in the kitchen, you ain't shucking and jiving, you gonna dive in. Yeah. So
I always say when I look at certain fighters, I can always say, like you just said, when it gets hot, they gonna turn up just when the heat turns up. Out of either of these women, do you feel like they don't have the potential to, when it does get hot, they'll shy away from it? Or do you think we got a fight where both of these women are gonna just go in there and no matter what's going on, they're gonna fight through it, they're gonna bite through it all and keep going?
I think, and I'm not being biased, I'm just being a real person, a real fighter. I've seen Claressa in some situations. She's fought girls bigger than her. She's, you know what I mean? She's been in there when it wasn't as easy as she thought it would be, and she was determined. I've seen Savannah in situations in the amateurs when she's fighting a girl she should be like running over, and she's kind of crumbling because the girl's putting pressure on her. Yeah. It's like, what are you fighting for, yourself or the people? And whoever grasps that concept the most and realize what they're really fighting for, they'll be victorious.
And you keep speaking on like experience. So, they both 12-0. One has 10 knockouts. One, all been by decision, I think. But, I compared them. Okay, I compared them. And, Shawn speaks about championship rounds, experience getting it in. One has 44 rounds total career. One has 101. Those championship rounds, 6 to 10, is going to matter. And all the experience that Claressa has on her, I think that's going to be different in the fight. She's got off the canvas before. She's been in tough moments. I feel like my other girl has been in moments that she can survive and know how to get through it. Claressa's been through there. And I feel like that's going to be the difference in this fight. That's a lot of rounds compared to her.
Yeah, for sure. Like, people will look at me. I hit hard.
Yeah.
Claressa's claimed it. Other women have claimed it. And I don't have as many knockouts as Savannah. But I have the experience, and I'm going to punish you. And I feel like it takes a toll on you. And Shawn can attest to that. You in the ring for 10, 12 rounds. Yeah. That it goes mental then. It's like, shit, I'm hitting this person with everything I got, and they ain't going nowhere. So what you going to do? You going to stay in the fight, or you going to fold and crumble? And I just feel like in those later rounds, if it gets to that Claressa will be victorious.
Yeah.
It don't look like it, but it's 10 o'clock where you at. So we gonna couple more questions, and then we gonna let you go. But
I'm about to switch the glasses again, put my night ones on.
Night ones.
Finish this sentence for me. Claressa Shields beats Savannah if
she stays focused and non-emotional and do what she do best, which is let her hands go.
Yeah. You think that emotional factor is going to be a factor in this fight, don't you?
I just was with Claressa probably last week. Yeah. I went down and visited in Florida, dropped off her uniform, and I told her the biggest concern I would have is the outside stuff. I'm not even worried about the fight. Boxing is a scary game. Watch your water, watch your fucking food. Yeah. Like, just stay focused on the goal and the task at hand, which is being victorious. Yeah. 10 rounds straight, get it done.
Savannah Marshall beats Claressa Shields if she
grow some balls. No, let me stop.
Slow down.
No, if she brings her A game and lands a good hard shot, if she actually puts up a fight.
Yeah. For Savannah, do you think it's more so a matter of her hurting Claressa to beat Claressa Shields, or is it more just can she just box and win the fight?
Amateurs is different from pros. Like, you gotta fight, you gotta press the issue, and I don't feel like she wants to do that because she doesn't. Claressa has a shorter arm, she has a speed, she has a head movement, and that's very difficult. I've been in front of her, so I can tell you, like, if you ain't there to throw, if you're not there to engage, it's not gonna be okay for you. So, and I think that would make Savannah a little uncomfortable. But boxing, it takes one shot. Yeah. It takes one shot.
Yep.
And whoever brings their A game can win.
You got anything else?
Yeah, right before we came in here, I watched the Olympic fight between them. First off, Claressa got robbed. It is what it is.
I was there.
Yeah, it's robbery, right? Come on.
Listen, I ain't gonna talk y'all to death, but I told Claressa, I said everything that happened for a reason. Like, Claressa, to be honest, Claressa wouldn't have went to the Olympics if Savannah wouldn't have won.
Okay.
And that's just how the brackets were set up. So Savannah had to win for Claressa to go and continue to make history. Yeah. So September 10th is where everything is decided, and you're really going to see who should have won. Yeah. Who is the winner? Who's winning now? It's not where you've been; it's where you at.
And I know you always talk about her emotions. I think this is like one of her top goals in boxing is to get her back. And I think that's maybe Savannah's biggest issue is that she wants you. She want to get back that W.
Yeah, she do. And that girl is. Hey, when she walked up to me when she was 15 years old, she said, "I know who you are, Miss Franchón Crews." So she already wanted me. I was like, "All right, little, let's get it." But yeah, I love that about her, and you just gotta respect it. Yeah, you just gotta respect it.
Lastly, from me, Franchón, then we're gonna let you go. I just wanted to talk to you real quick because one thing that actually I'm really looking at as it pertains to this fight is the 2-minute rounds and the 10 rounds opposed to the 12. And I wanted to know your take. Have you been one of the women out there petitioning for women's boxing to go from 2-minute rounds to 3-minute rounds, and also for that 10-round championship fight to go to the 12?
I'm with whatever, long as it makes sense, if it make dollars, like I'm gonna be honest, going to 3-minute, 12-minute rounds and still getting paid what we get paid.
I ain't gonna front.
That's not it. For
I
me.
felt like that was another part of the decision was to not pay y'all, because if you do 2 more rounds and you doing more time through the match, you just got to get paid more. I'm sorry to cut you off, but that was to me. I feel like that's a main component to that whole thing.
Yeah, and honestly, I wouldn't even be opposed to adding 12 2-minute rounds. Let's start there. I'm with it. Like, they pay us for the extra time, extra rounds. I'm with it. But the powers that be make those decisions. I boxing. I love how women's boxing is developing. So wherever it goes, I'm with it.
Cool. Well, hey, thank you so much for coming on today.
Thank you guys, and I will see you next week.
See you next week. All right.
The showstopper. She came in there killing them. That was a good time with her.
She is always a good time, man. And like I said, the PorterWay podcast, we will be live at the Box Fan Expo next week, Saturday, right before Canelo and Triple G get it on for the 3rd time. We'll be there. It's 10 to 5. We'll be there a little earlier because I got things to do.
Okay, well, that means we black. If we get there early, we're leaving early.
Yeah. They're gonna talk about how late we started today. It wasn't on us.
Oh, it wasn't on Anthony. Anthony was the first one here.
Ant was here. I was like,
don't get on me.
I thought I was.
Yeah, don't get on me.
I just want to get that the promo code. Oh, there it is. Oh, it's on there. Let me get that promo code for y'all real quick. It is
TPWP.
No, it's BIT dot. What is it?
BIT.
.ly bit.ly /TPWP.
Okay.
There you go. I found it.
Okay, guys, say it together. Say it again. Say it again, because that was wild.
bit.ly /TPWP. That's where you can go to order your tickets to the Boxman Expo. You're coming into town for Triple G and Canelo. Come on down and hang out. I mean, there's a gang of us going to be there. As y'all saw, Franchón Crews is going to be there as well. And just a ton of a great active and retired fighters. Eric Morales will be there. Teofimo Lopez will be there. David Benavidez will be there, and the list goes on. So you don't want to miss that. We got
what Carson be there?
What they call it? Super chat.
Yeah, super chat.
Sabrina Lee, Rio, a hype train derailed or unprepared with a late replacement. We're gonna talk about that before we get out of there. I'm gonna try to get our next guest on ASAP so that we can get going with the rest of the show and everything like that.
Hey Tay, we appreciate you, man. Don't get fired though, because Shawn got somebody fired once.
Who?
What do you mean? The dude that was once
fired? Who's Tay?
Oh. Thought somebody text me?
No, I didn't know who you was talking to.
Oh, okay.
I thought you were talking to somebody in there because we started late and it was on them.
No, it's on you.
Might not see one of y'all this weekend, huh? Sorry.
Hey, look how they looking at you. Shout out to
they are really
shout
looking
to the
at
Blue
me
Wire
like,
team.
like I have a connection to make something
they make
happen.
the magic
I don't give
happen.
a damn. Yeah. Shout out to Blue Wire Studios, man. We are happy to be here at the Wynn Hotel and Casino doing this with them. Just hit up Jessica McCaskill, and hopefully she gets on soon. But let's just go back until she does. We'll go to Claressa and Savannah a little bit more, unless you go with that. I mean, I loved everything.
Yeah, we'll talk about it a little bit.
Yeah.
Hey, because Jessica, wow.
So we did.
Jessica's wild.
But no, I liked everything that Franchón had to say about that fight. I really don't think that she comes from she's really analytical. So she doesn't come from a place of just being biased and this is who I like and this is who I'm rolling with. And I got no problem with that. But I knew she would be good to call. I knew she had fought Savannah Marshall in the amateurs too.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's a round robin type of thing. Okay. You know what I mean?
Everybody's seen everybody.
Everybody has seen everybody. You know, so it just
who's somebody you fought in the amateurs? Nobody know. Don't say Usyk. I'm tired of hearing
that. That nobody knows that made it. And no disrespect to anybody that I fought in the amateurs that didn't make it, but I think just the top guy, Daniel Jacobs, was really just the top guy. It was him and I at 65.
Okay.
Demetrius Andre, we fought.
Yeah, we
won and won in the amateurs, but those were really like the only big names. I never
remember?
fought Keith. Yeah. Because
and it's somebody you almost made, but you lost or they lost?
Huh?
Somebody almost made it on one bracket on side, or you lost or they lost?
The times that Jacobs and I were in the same bracket, like, it just didn't make sense.
Oh, okay.
And that happened like twice.
Okay.
And it just didn't make sense. And I'll die saying that I thought that this should never have been a trials for he and I. It should have just been he and I fighting for that Olympics.
Oh, no, yeah, dang, y'all ran through him like that?
This because we were literally miles ahead of everybody else. Okay. And so you say, well, if he beat you in the trials, who beat him? No, and Shawn Estrada, shout out to Shawn Estrada, great guy, but just couldn't beat us. I was 2-0 against Shawn, and I think that was the first time that Jacobs had fought Shawn. But the thing was, Jacobs had fought me twice and had been like just run down in the trials and just didn't have enough. Shawn was a big 165-pound fighter, and he just kind of like really just put all his weight and roughed up Jacobs, you know, and that's how he got on the team. But you know, I felt like it would just should have been Jacobs and I.
So Daniel fought you first, didn't Shawn?
Jacobs fought me, and we fought the very first night of the trials. Like, how does that happen? Yeah, the very first night of the trials, then he fought through the winner's bracket until he came up against Shawn. And I think he fought me, and then I think he had 2 more fights before he fought Shawn. So you're a little run down after a long night with me.
They always say you're never the same after a Shawn Porter fight.
Yeah, and then you know he couldn't weather the storms that Shawn Estrada was bringing. So, but he beat me twice.
Yeah. Yeah, you know? Hey, I respect you for admitting. I would have been like, hey, 1-1.
And that's my dude. You know, that's my dude.
Yeah, I know. I remember we had him on. You still salty.
No, I got over it.
You forgiving people now?
I'm 34. I probably got over it when I was about 27.
Okay.
28. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, this is when I got over it.
No problem.
I hated New York because of Daniel Jacobs.
Okay, Carson.
I would be.
Who beat Carson up from New York?
I don't think anybody ever. Carson's like, you know, I've never been in a fight before. So Carson don't fight. What you talking about?
I can't. All right, yeah, you're right. I can see Carson not fighting.
What's up to the 299 up on here? See,
my bad. Let me get back up in there. We just over here chit chatting.
Yeah, talk to somebody. Here, let's talk about it. Since until McCaskill comes on, we'll just forget it. Like Carson ain't here, so we don't got to go in order no more. Let's talk about Rio.
312.
Jose Valenzuela and Edwin
De
Los Santos.
I got in my notes. Got in my notes.
De Los Santos.
Yeah.
I knew it was going to happen.
Yeah, Edwin. How? No way. You're the only person that said that. First off, he was a late replacement. So how you know? So you thought the other guy was going to beat him too? Hey, y'all, call Shawn BS off.
I knew it was going to happen.
Hold on. You in the fighters meeting, right?
No. How many times do you think we've talked about Jose Valenzuela on this show? 3 times maybe-ish, give or take. Don't even matter. Every time we talk about him, because I'm gonna remind you, you're gonna say, yeah, you're right. Defense. Every time we talk about him, I say he hits hard, he's great, but I like to see more defense. He takes too many shots. That's on one side.
And his original guy was perfect. The late replacement,
right?
Counterpuncher.
That's on one side of it. The other side of it, who's my dad training right now? Hendry Martinez, Dominican fighter.
Yeah.
This guy, a Dominican fighter.
Counterpuncher with power. And he said, I knew I might have an opportunity to get this fight. So I've been training. I'm ready for this fight. You knew about, you're saying
that's what he was saying. Okay. Yeah. Because that's what happens now because of the pandemic. It's like you schedule the fights and you schedule some 140s and some 147s just in case somebody fall out. You pull somebody up, you pull somebody down if you have to. You know what I mean? So he was well prepared for the fight, and I had a feeling. Let me retrack it just a little bit.
So what you saying? The Benavidez camp did not prepare Jose?
No, not at all. Not at all.
I'm just asking.
But what I'm saying is, I had a feeling that this fight. I just looked at the fact that this guy was a Dominican fighter, has one loss, but has knocked out everybody else. And I watched him on film, so I was like, yo, his power is real. He's not the guy that just has knockouts because they put up against anybody, or nobody's. Like he has real power. And I knew between him having real power and the fact that Jose Valenzuela lacks defense, that something bad could happen, right?
Something bad happened early.
And I knew it was a wrap.
Early.
Got you.
And he can recover.
Yeah, could not recover.
And the ref saved him a couple times, man. The ref like, you're young. Even when it was over, he's like, you're young, man. You still got time.
I didn't like what the ref said though. The ref looked at him. Did you hear what he said? He said, "I didn't want you to embarrass yourself."
Oh, I didn't hear that.
Yeah, I didn't want to. I didn't care for that. But he told Ryo. He said, "Yo, I need to see something from you."
Mm-hmm. And he was giving him chances.
And he was looking out. He was looking out for Jose.
I think he gave my man like a minute to recover at one point, or 30 seconds.
That was a lot. He did the
Come
normal
on, man.
thing.
That was a lot. My man, he got hit by. Yeah, that's just in the moment.
Hey, we're going to come right back to that, y'all. We got Jessica McCaskill coming to the podcast. Let's bring her in.
Okay.
There she is.
Yo.
We see
What's
you.
up?
We see you.
Good.
Hey, Jessica, we're gonna keep it cool today. Jessica, we know you don't care. You'll say whatever. You'll cuss somebody out. And I was just messing with you.
I didn't believe none of what he said until you came on with a hood on. And you got a do-rag on underneath that.
Past my bedtime.
An hour. Well, we appreciate you.
I'm tired. Anything can happen right now. I'm training. It's an hour past my bedtime. I'm known for telling the truth. So
I told you, Shawn. Shawn thought I was playing. I said, man, this girl right here is different. She gonna tell you like it is. She don't care. So
I really don't care.
Yeah. And why you do that girl like that? 2 months ago.
What girl?
Why you do that girl like that 2 months ago? You know what I'm talking about? That fight.
Asking for her mama.
Oh no!
See what I mean?
That was.
Did you? But y'all saw the video. Like I went over there and I was like, "You good?" Because like that was like crazy bananas. And she was like, "Yo, man, I got a family at home." And I'm like, "Hey, do you?" I said, and that's what matters. There's no. I literally told her, "You could probably read my lips." I said, "There's nothing wrong with that."
Yeah.
But man, that was an awesome victory for me. So I'm gonna celebrate that. But
I brought you on real quick. Everybody really loves the way your analytical approach to boxing, and you are making you're making some really big noise on the mic. And so I said, you know what women can I get to come on this podcast? I don't know if we've ever had any. Oh yeah, we had Amanda on,
and we had Ebony.
Oh yeah, we had Ebony on. Yeah, but we haven't had very many. And then with this weekend being a big card for women's boxing, I said, you know what? Let me get Franchón, and if I could get Jessica to come on here, that would be awesome. So with that being said, I want to direct your attention to the championship fight first. Savannah Marshall against Claressa Shields. Please give us your analytics on that fight.
At first, I think I definitely had the UK girl coming for it. But like looking back at that, I think I'm just looking for anyone from the UK to be that kind of beastly fighter. Like US fighters are known to be just very, just kind of not your regular textbook kind of, sometimes we do some crazy stuff and things get weird, and UK fighters are very by the book and clean and space and box. And, for me, boxing is boring. Like the act of, okay, I'm going to box this round is annoying. And Rick always be telling me to do that because I have those skills, but like, I like to brawl.
Yeah.
So I was hoping Marshall was going to be more of a brawler, but then I saw her in a like face off with Claressa Shields, like maybe some weeks ago, and she had like big clothes on, and it's like, I don't really see that right now. So now I'm thinking like Claressa is just going to like mollywop her. I mean, it's a toss up. I've never really seen a lot of tape on either one of them.
Right.
So right now I'm sticking with Claressa.
That ain't why I brought you on here, man. You're not supposed to say I haven't seen very much footage on either of them. I probably shouldn't have repeated it either.
You will never hear another female say this, but like I said, I tell the truth. I don't watch female tape. When I'm studying, when I'm on the treadmill, I'm studying, I'm looking at old school Fernando Vargas. I'm looking at Bivol and Triple G, because they're so just like textbook. Their left hook is strong. They're very Bivol is just the same every round, every fight.
Yeah.
You know, you can't really get him off his game plan. And I like to see that and adapt to some of those. Cause like I said, I'm a kind of a wild fighter.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to save somebody from a cuss out, but I was watching your fight and somebody mentioned, yeah, she's good. She's getting on the inside and she's turning. That wasn't you. It wasn't you. Put your hand down.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't because y'all, because this goes for both of y'all anyways. But they were like, she's doing this, doing that, but can she maintain it? And every round you came on and gave him this. So you know what I'm talking about. So you know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I'm like,
it was either Todd Grisham or
no. Let's
Chris
not say no
Manning.
names.
I'm gonna see them. But I'm gonna be at the Canelo fight, so I'm gonna see them.
So
you work.
But
what's the secret to the condition?
Yeah.
What's the secret to the condition?
Rick Ramos. Like I said, it's bedtime, y'all. I have to be up my time 3:30 in the morning so I can take the dog out, so I can make my protein shake, so I can get my mask and everything ready, because training starts at 4:45. So Rick Ramos handles all of my training, all of my sparring, and he be cooking for me now, because so
she just saw a ring.
Yeah, she did. At first I was looking at her nails, and before she moved her hand, I saw a ring. I said, "Oh, she wasn't showing me her nails."
Yeah.
Congratulations.
Hey, okay, congrats.
Hey,
Thank you.
But who was more hyped about this doing the show today? Was it you or him? Because he was hyped. He was like, "Oh yeah, she's there." He didn't say nothing about bedtime. He just said, "Oh yeah, she's there."
Hey, he hit her with, "You got to do Shawn Porter's show."
He was like, "No, you know what he said? He was like, yo, your boy hit me up and said, hey, it's Shawn Showtime Porter." I was like, oh, he had to give you the whole name? You did that?
Now, see, I don't even say Shawn Showtime Porter, so you told the story wrong.
Showtime Shawn Porter.
Is that what you said?
Nah, I said
hey, we about to pull receipts right now.
I usually say it's Showtime, but I said, you know what? Let me keep it. Let me be a little bit more respectful than that and get my whole government behind the Showtime. So, but he made it happen.
He was really hype about it.
I could tell.
He was hype about it.
I could tell.
And he's my manager, so I follow what his recommendations are and stuff. He brought over the phone so he could show the receipts.
Oh, no. We don't need all that, manager. We don't need all that.
Hey, Jessica, how y'all make it work, man? My lady tried to manage us for 2 hours.
I was gonna say 3 days.
Yeah,
tops.
and it didn't work. It didn't work. You're not gonna be sitting there telling me what to do all the time. I can't do it.
We have the same goals, and I think we always have, and I think that's a lot of what brought us from a very loyal friendship and a very great working situation to the relationship that we have now. We want to work really hard, and we can read the room when we walk in and figure out, who's on BS and who's not. And we just have the same flow and the same vibe. And he knows what it takes. Like, some people aren't going to understand, like, hey, I'm not going out drinking tonight. I have stuff to do. And, he gets it. And like I was about to say about the, when Shawn texted him, he was like, hey, can you do this? Are you cool with that? If there's anything that you don't want to do, let me know. Like, it's not like he's like, hey, you got XYZ lined up. Everything's very transparent, and I definitely get my say in things. And I know how important it is to show face, and I really want my fans to be able to see me and things like that. So we just have the same goals.
There was a couple of other guys I was trying to get on today, and they didn't come on, and I was like, you got to understand, like, the first 48 after your fight is the most important 48 of your life after a fight. You know what I mean? So that's neither here nor there. Let me get your perspective on Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner real quick.
Here we go.
I just have to ask.
Here we go.
Because I still feel like this didn't really happen in real life. Did y'all see that picture that Alicia posted on Twitter?
Hold on.
Where she was dog walking Michaela.
Oh yeah. With the belts. With the belts. Yeah, that's wild. That's one of the wildest.
She had her on a leash.
Yeah, that's wild. That's wild.
Pull that up and
I was like, if I was Michaela, I would have to be like, okay, I have to knock you out. Yeah. Like, there's no response or anything. Just like, I have to knock you out.
And then Jessica, she's selling the shirts. Wild. She's selling them.
Ooh.
She's selling the shirts.
You bought one?
How much?
No.
Etsy?
I don't know. I ain't buying one. You gonna get me clipped by Michaela. Hell no. I ain't trying no female boxer.
Hey, what if Michaela was just stealing on anybody she seen with the shirt?
I have on too.
I already know. I knew it was coming. I literally knew it was coming. I knew it was coming.
I mean, what? Like, I think Alicia's gonna go in there and, like I said, like she's one of those aggressive, come forward like people, and it's just like you can tell by her demeanor, just like who won it, and like she seems so amped up for this fight, and it's like,
we got it. We'll be
see, okay, and see, I'm gonna just finish her thought real quick, even though I don't know what she.
That's why. Okay, go ahead.
But she aggressive, like Alicia Baumgardner's aggressive fighter in the ring, and her mentality is just aggression, and so I don't think the X's and O's and the technical side of everything that Michaela brings is gonna be enough.
But if you watch Michaela, because I say I got Alicia, but I know Michaela's a hell of a fighter. It's moments where she's dominating the fight, and all of a sudden she wants to sit there and exchange for no reason. When you're a taller fighter, you're a longer fighter, more experienced fighter, just box. But she will sit there and exchange, and don't do this with Alicia.
No disrespect, but it ain't the same. It's different when
levels.
No. But when you've outboxed somebody for 5 or 6 rounds. And then now you've broken their spirit, and you've broken them down, and now I can stand on the inside and trade with them or go toe to toe with them. They're not gonna hurt me. That's the mindset at this point. Is you can't hurt me. You can't hurt me. So I'm gonna do this. You know what I mean? And so
she's aware of that right hand all night.
Huh?
She's aware. She's keeping it tight. She's keeping that left hand tight.
She better. She better.
We got to get Jessica back.
But we got to get Jessica back, because I don't want to, but I, me being an aggressive fighter and knowing how aggressive McCaskill is, I know what her mindset is, that pressure burst pipes.
Okay.
And that's what I'm looking at in the fight with Alicia Baumgardner and Michaela Mayer.
And I mean, one thing about Alicia, she's confident as hell. I remember seeing some stuff on her before the Harper fight. She literally mentally broke this lady down before the fight.
Yeah.
Like that girl was like, yeah, I am getting knocked out.
Yeah.
And I can't see Michaela getting. She don't look like she's shook yet.
She not. No.
Yeah, she don't look like she's shook. She look like she's coming to fight.
Yeah, no, she's not shook.
Okay.
And I don't think there's going to be much that Alicia can say to shake her. But if I tell you I'm going to knock you out, and then in the first round I hit you on the shoulder, or I hit you in the chest.
And you say out?
Or I hit you on the hip, or I hit you on the thigh.
And you feel it?
And you feel it?
No. Hey, no. What if she give her a You know how that
is.
What do you mean? When you take a shot, you get an Jessica, you ever punch somebody and you heard them go
Oh, a little.
Oh yeah.
The little grunt noise.
Hey, real quick story. The first time I had to kind of try out for Rick, I had met Rick on Instagram. He was the only person that responded to me in my quest to find boxing in Chicago. This was back in 2013. And I was doing the class for a minute, and then he put me in sparring with one of his girls that had won the Golden Gloves. And so he's just trying to see where I'm at. So, man, I'm going to do my thing, and I hit her with a body shot. And she go, I said, oh, that's money. And I did it again and dropped her. And I was like, we made it.
Hold up. That was your first time sparring? Or just your first time for Rick? Okay. Just with Rick. Okay. Hey, if you remember, can you finish your thought real quick on Michaela and Alicia Baumgardner?
Is Michaela in the studio? Because she was stop. She unplugged my junk. She was like, I want to hear this.
No, she's not in here. Finish your thought.
I think Alicia is bringing really good energy, and Michaela, she has her energy. I don't think she can match Alicia's energy when it comes to the talking noise and stuff like that. So we'll just have to see if Alicia's really going to bring it. I'm rooting for her all the way, and let's just see what happens. Hey,
Boxing with Spicy asked, she said, who you got, Canelo and Triple G3?
I would say Triple G. I'm a big fan of just his skills and his delivery. Like I mentioned earlier, he's very textbook, and he doesn't really come off of what he does. And I think there's a lot to that when boxers have a style and they don't really adjust to the other person. It's really easy to see. Like sometimes I'll go in the ring and I'll drop my lead hand because I want the other person sitting across from me to drop their lead hand, and they don't really know it, but they're mimicking what I do. And people like B-Vol and Triple G, they can't be shook like that. I normally do like, you know, Canelo's performance. He's got some great punches. He's got some things that I do emulate here and there, but I'm gonna just say Triple G.
Ooh, I'm on the other side of that whole thing. I think Canelo is gonna get it done. Like,
are you working?
I'm working. I can't say this on Fight Night.
I already know.
Yeah.
Just going.
Hey, Jessica, light his ass up. No one ever lit him up. Light him up. I want to. He always Mr. Nice Guy.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with being nice.
Rick said this time, can you bring him a cookie too? Because like you brought everybody cookies except for Rick.
No, hey. All right, now here's the thing.
He about to lie.
Rick, you wasn't there he wasn't there.
He was like right off to the side. But
he wasn't there. You know what I mean?
He brought all the ladies cookies, I think is what happened.
Yeah. Well, I brought myself 2 and I brought y'all 1. Is how that went. So,
hey Jessica, November the 5th. Is this official? We can talk about it?
Yeah.
Okay. Chantelle Cameron. You dropped you going down in weight, huh?
Yeah.
You going to get strapped up? We're going to be strapped up?
Hey man, this is my opportunity to be double undisputed at the same time, 140 and 147. I'm trying to make really big moves. We got plans after that to make even bigger moves.
Yeah, I want to talk about that too.
Of course, not overlooking the fight that's right in front of me, but I think this is going to be great. I fought at 135. I fought at 140. I fought at 147. So this is not really a big challenge for me to lose weight and get back to 140. The fights that we normally fight at welterweight are contracted at like 145. So it's not really that big of a jump. So I'm very excited to go to Dubai. I'm very excited for the opportunity to fight back at 140 because truth be told, that belt that WBC belt she got, they took that from me. I didn't even vacate it. The WBC was just like, thank you. Cause they asked me, I was unified at 140 and undisputed at 147. They said, hey, you got to give up a belt somewhere. What are you going to do? And I said, okay, I'll give up the WBA belt. And so I did that. And simultaneously the WBC just took the belt and they was like, you don't pay sanctioning fees. So we pretty much do whatever we want. Wow.
Dirty.
That's kind of whack. So, and I guess it's just like the female side, they don't pay sanctioning fees for the WBC. So, I had no more belts at 140 and they took that, opportunity from me where I could have probably finessed something else. So, Chantelle Cameron, that was a gift, and now it's time. You held it for a second. Thank you. I'll take it back now.
And okay. We don't want to look too far ahead, but hey, that's 2 names I'd love to see you fight in 2023. One's a rematch, and one's the Amanda. Katie. I'll take Katie rematch, and Amanda. They ready for you?
Amanda's she's 126. She's not coming back.
She ain't gonna come up. Not for the money.
She even said they wanted the rematch with Katie at 126. So I think she's going to do her thing at 126. We had talked about it. Her team, my team. People don't understand that at a certain level of boxing, you just have enough decency to call the other team and say, hey, is this something you want to do? And so we've had conversations with Amanda and her team and her coach and Rick. And, we talked about it. That was before the Katie fight. That was like a while ago. It never really came to fruition. And I understand that things change and shift. So it doesn't look like that'll happen, but the Katie thing, not really interested. Can I say what we're interested in? We're interested in going, so at 154, he right here.
I know, I see his shadows.
I gotta make sure I know what I'm allowed to talk about, because like I said, all truth. Natasha Jonas, she got belts at 154.
Oh, yeah.
And then Terry Harper, Hannah Rankin, they're fighting for some belts at 154. Let's go triple undisputed 150. I'll go up. I'm not afraid to lose weight, gain weight. My team does an amazing job of getting me ready. So I don't think anybody has done triple undisputed.
Don't ask me.
Sean Zartel's not here tonight.
People ain't here.
I think Claressa Shields is the only person to be double undisputed.
Wow.
So I'll be able to get there with that, and then if I can make something happen, I just want my promoters or whoever's going to be behind me to match my energy and just realize the things that we're trying to do. We're not out here just trying to do a ton of tune-up fights. I don't think I've ever had a tune-up fight, actually. So I'm just trying to like do historic stuff while I can, because I'm about to be 38 in a couple of days, and you know I don't want to do this forever. But while I'm in it, I definitely want to mix it up hard.
I see you heading to Dubai to get that bag.
Hey, let's go. I mean, you know, the bag could have been a little bigger, but you know, whatever.
Hey, you can never get enough. You can never get enough money. You can never get enough money.
We about to let you go because you 38. You need to get some sleep. Before we let you go,
I said a couple of days.
No. It's here. Happy birthday. Before you go though, we want to bring the tweet up real quick because I have no clue what you're talking about, but I want to see this shirt that Alicia Baumgardner has. Can we pull that up real quick?
We got it.
Go. There it is.
Oh my God!
Damn.
Yeah, that's why.
That's a little bit of everything.
And they on
right
sale.
there.
Go to AliciaBaumgardner.com. No, I don't know. Hey, Michaela, I don't want no problems.
That is.
Oh my gosh, she's dog walking her. It took me like 24 hours just to be able to like get that out of my system because I was.
Hey Jessica, somebody did that to you. We ain't making it to the ring, huh?
Hey, it's gonna be a nasty face off. It's gonna be all kind of crazy. Like, you know what? For something like that, I'd be like, yo, I need my mom's next to me, like at all times. My mom's a pastor, and I just need to hear her praying, and just so everybody's safe.
Yeah, dang. All right.
Man, this girl's amazing.
We will
you need your own podcast. Forget Shawn. You need to get your own podcast. This girl good.
You want her to hire you?
Nah, I mean, I'm with you. I'm your guy.
Sure?
I'm rocking with you.
You're my guy. Telling her. You're all right, but he's my guy. Have a good night, darling. Rick, have a good night, sir. And
you too, brother.
Appreciate y'all, man. We'll see you next week. All right.
Thank you.
All right, y'all.
Blessed night.
I'm over here worried about the time. So it's 10 to 8, right? But we started late.
Yeah.
So we supposed to be out of here at 8.
Right,
but we ain't going nowhere. But we're gonna try to get through this thing real quick. But real quick, ESPN, if you don't know, I don't know how you couldn't. Claressa Shields and Savannah Marshall in the main event, all the straps on the line. And then in the co-main event, you got Michaela Mayer and Alicia Baumgardner, 3 of the straps, WBO, IBF, and the WBC on the line. The fights start at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on ESPN. And for you people over there in the UK, it starts at 7 p.m. So enjoy those fights, man. It's going to be great.
You watching at my house?
We can watch it at your house.
Shawn,
I thought you was going to say, we there?
No, hell no.
Because that's what you always say.
Hey, Carson, pull up. I'll see you soon, Carson. So are we talking about the fights? Are we skipping everything?
No. We got to talk about the fights.
Are we going back or are we going forward?
We're going back.
Okay.
Going all the way back.
All right,
way back.
Damn. Way
yeah, you
back.
see how,
hey, he act like we ain't got a family, but you know. All right.
Oh, we're here.
No, we can go. Let's be fast.
I'm going to be very fast because I really like what I saw from Aleem.
Okay.
In his fight. Second round knockdown. He looked very good in his fight. I mean, he pitched a shutout.
Yeah.
On my scorecard. And
easy work.
I stopped scoring. I just knew that it was nothing that Plania could do with him. A Filipino fighter that just was maybe 2 steps behind him the entire fight. So at 122.
He might have to go up to get some work.
Yeah.
Mark Messiah?
I like that fight.
I'm not ready for Fulton yet. Let's hold off on that.
Yeah.
What, Fulton's at 122?
Fulton's at 122.
No, go up to 126 and come back down. Hey, take your time.
But that's the fight that we talked about once upon a time ago, and yeah. I just he looks good. I mean, I can't say he has improved or anything like that, but I just think for the athleticism and for the boxing ability, for his ability to change the control, the range and the distance and everything, man, I really like Aleem. I don't know what's missing at this point to say he can't beat Stephen Fulton.
It'll be a hell of a fight. It'll be a hell of a fight.
I do think that he would challenge Fulton in a lot of ways because Fulton, somebody that comes to the ring with 1 or 2 strategies and styles depending on what you decide to do. Now you got a guy who's going to do a lot of different things,
and they movement it like identical.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So and I think that's southpaw against orthodox, but I could be wrong about that. I think Steven is a southpaw, but I think that's a great fight, and I like to see that.
Yeah.
But at any rate, if we don't get that next, right, Aleem is definitely somebody y'all should be looking at 122. He is a very entertaining fighter and very slick and skillful for what he has. I mean, I know that he is he's limited in terms of his experience, but he looks good, man. Looks good. You know, then we move on to Joey Spencer, Kevin Salgado. This was a really good fight all the way up until about, I stopped, see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
You realized who was going to win?
Well, not only did I realize who was going to win, but a couple of things that I noted about this fight. Remember, let's go back just a little bit to last week. I said Joey's been off of TV, and he hasn't been in the ring since March.
Yes, correct.
We should see a new version of Joey.
Yes.
I said I felt like Joey's been struggling finding his identity in the ring.
Yes.
He wants to counterpunch. He wants to use the shoulder roll. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to have the hands up. He wants to have the hands down. He's trying to move back. Then he's trying to go. I just don't think he has his identity, and I think we'll see it in this fight. I thought that for 4 rounds, we saw his identity. And I counted because I made it. I was really specific in terms of what I wanted to see.
What you going to do?
My dude threw 12 jabs to the body in the first round without throwing. I think he might have thrown maybe 1 jab to the head. But the first round, he was exclusive with a jab to the body. And so I'm like, okay, let me. What are you trying to set something up? Or are you just establishing the fight at this point? What's going on? But I like that the hands were up, and he looked like he wanted to keep the fight in the center of the ring. So you let me know, hey, I've been training the fight in the center of the ring. I've been training the fight with my hands up and use a good strong jab. This is who I'm gonna be against anybody. It's what I want to see. So the second round, he was consistent. He was compact. Strong first round, strong second round. And I said to myself, okay, for Joey, consistency is the key. If the crowd starts to boo, you're going to lose something. If you touch him and you get something, you're going to lose your structure that you have. Vice versa. If you don't touch him and you feel like you got to start getting desperate for no reason, it's going to cause you to fall out of the structure that you have right now. So I felt like he was very structured. I was really happy with everything that I saw upwards to about 5 or 6 rounds. Then I think he started to kind of lose it. He started to fall into the shoulder roll. And again, I got no problem with the shoulder roll, but my thing with the shoulder roll is you have to know how to use it.
Yeah. It's not for everybody.
It's not for everybody. And you can't be both aggressive and defensive with the shoulder roll.
Counterpunching.
You have to be a counterpuncher. And you can't be aggressive so far into the fight and then change and want to be a counterpuncher.
And I see what you say. It's kind of like you're saying, if he finds his Joey Spencer, he could be a problem. Yeah. He just has to find Joey Spencer.
I like him being a strong in the middle of the ring fighter.
And when you coming up, did you go through times like that, or you already knew I'm Shawn Porter?
I kind of, my thing, the story. I'm not going to tell the story right now, but I've been aggressive my entire life.
Yeah.
So coming into the pros, we were not changing my fight pace. We were doing 4 2-minute rounds in the amateurs, and I fought at a 4 2-minute round pace, even though it was 4 3-minute rounds. And I maintained that pace through 6, 8, 10, and then 12. So I knew my identity. But I've seen out of some fighters, they feel like my pace has to slow down because now I'm going to be doing 12 rounds eventually. My pace, and they start to kind of lose who they are. And so I felt like Joey found himself, and then I thought that he found himself kind of, it didn't seem like he got disinterested in the fight, which can happen. Yeah. You're so dominant. You're like,
easy work.
I just want this. Yeah. I just want to get through this night. You
know,
what I mean?
Mentally on cruise control.
Yeah, and it didn't seem like that, but it just, and I really don't mean to knock him. I just felt like he started to lose himself, and I felt like he had found himself. So, Joey, stay in the center of the ring, stay strong because you are a strong fighter and very explosive too. I don't know how much you got to see of that fight, but I mean, he was explosive when he went after the dude. Yeah. There were some boos in the crowd. Yeah. You were standing on the back.
All right. So this is something that was going around in the house. Joey Spencer's style is tough to fight in LA. They're not for that in LA.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They love your type. Yeah. And LA, get to work.
Yeah.
We didn't come here for all this.
Yeah.
Hey, if you don't fight, we're going to fight in the crowd.
Doing your thing, man. I ain't even think about that. I should have wrote that down. Let me write it down now. Because you got to fight a certain way, and you got to fight
certain places.
You got to fight a certain way.
I think me and Carson mentioned it. He needs to stay in the Midwest for now.
Ooh, because stay in the Midwest.
How's New York? New York will light you up too? Not like L.A.
New York want the excitement.
Not like L.A. and Texas.
No, not like L.A. and not like Texas. You ain't never been to a fight in Texas.
So I watched them.
No, you're right though. I never thought about that.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, I thought that he should have been a little bit more aggressive too.
Yeah.
Through the fight, but I think that I saw growth.
Okay.
And at this point, man, he's
you
like I said before, he did win Prospect of the Year, or was like right there in the talks of that. You have to, kind of just get back to what got you to becoming the Prospect of the Year, or in the running for that. So I mean, he looked good, he looked strong, he looked sharp. I did want to see more offense from him, and then I hated to see that he lost kind of the consistency of what he was doing in the early part of the fight. He started to lose that near the second half of the fight.
And then worse gonna worse, in 2023, him and Xander can fight out for Prospect of the Year, 154.
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Let's wait on that.
But then we come to Valenzuela and De Los Santos. We talked about it already, but let's dive in real quick.
Dang it, I forgot my Benavides hat. God dang it, Carson. God dog it.
Why are you talking about Carson?
Because he the one got me the hat. Y'all didn't give me the hat. But
how long is it? Oh yeah, he did just get you that hat.
Yeah.
For your birthday.
Yeah, shout out to my birthday.
That's what's up. Yeah, happy birthday.
Yeah, thanks, man. You ain't giving that.
Wasn't there either.
You wasn't there? You wasn't there either. That's crazy. Producer. Blue Eye wasn't there. But we'll make it happen. Joey. Joey. We're on the Jose. Jose, late replacement, gave him too many problems. Was it just the style, the Dominican style? Is it like Dominican/Cuban style? They're kind of like the same?
Dominicans, Puerto Ricans, and Cubans, they kind of have, so the Dominicans are like a splash of like the Puerto Rican style, where those guys are a little bit more aggressive or can be so a little flashy, but they saucy.
All right.
Yeah, they saucy.
Yeah. All right, cool. Yeah. But we're watching it right now. It's just counterpunching.
Yeah.
And then his style is fire for fire.
Yeah.
And this was the wrong guy for his style.
Yeah.
So when he was hurt, all he knew was just exchange. Yeah. He turned it up and he'll get hurt again. Yeah. He'll throw a shot before he can get his shot off. He'll get hit with a counterpunch. Oh, look. Oh, what was this? Oh, that was the second.
That's the second
round.
Same one.
That was the second round.
Yeah.
First round he went down too, right?
It did not look good, man, and I hated seeing it because he is such a young fighter. And then shout out to the referee. Dang, I forgot the referee's name. I know his face. I have his name, but I thought that the ref. At first, I thought the ref stopped it prematurely, but then after I got to analyze it and look at it, I was like, you know what, that might have been the best thing for this kid. You get out of that round, but then what? You know what I mean?
It wasn't going any other way. Yeah. Anytime my man was countering you, or when he turned it up, he was rocking you. Yeah. He did drop it once.
Yeah, he did.
But he couldn't finish it.
Yep, he did.
He went in for the finish and got rocked again.
Yeah. Ray. Shout out to Ray. I got it written down too. It's not in a different color, so I didn't find it.
Ray's a LA guy, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Ray's a LA guy.
Yeah.
And he said, I don't want you to get embarrassed. And he said, I'm stopping it now. And then, basically what he was saying, hey, I'm gonna save you. Yeah. You could still go on and move past this and have a great career. This is just a night.
It's still early in your career, man.
It's tough, but that's like one of the things that I don't think people really understand about boxing.
Let me save you from yourself.
Yeah. I'm gonna go ahead and go there real quick. Deontay Wilder.
Tyson Fury?
No, what's his coach's name? That threw in the time.
Berlin. Come on, man. Dang it, Carson and Shawn. Come on, chat. Help us out.
Mark Breland.
Mark Breland.
Excuse me, Mark Breland. Mark Breland. In retrospect, it's like the same thing. Mm-hmm. This time it's the ref. Mm-hmm. But in Deontay's fight, it could have been the ref, but instead it was Mark Breland. But Mark Breland was basically doing what Ray Corona did. I'm saving you. I'm making sure you can fight another day. It's not even about you going back to your kids at this point. I'm just making sure that you don't leave a piece of you in this ring, and the next time you go to get in this ring, you're not who you used to be. You know what I mean? So
he could have took some serious damage.
We ended up getting an amazing trilogy in the third fight.
Yeah. Large
in part because D was just like, no, that ain't the way it's supposed to go down.
Yeah.
And the way he came back in that third fight was amazing. But I believe wholeheartedly that Mark Breland stepping onto the apron and throwing in the towel helped D get to that third fight.
And Deontay Wilder's such a killer and a warrior.
Yeah.
He wanted to go out. What's up, man? He wanted to go out on his shield.
Yeah.
But sometimes you got to save you guys. You guys are warriors.
But let me go back to it real quick because this guy he's 14-1 14-1 and then and has all knockouts. Like, I just knew that something was going to be there that night. On top of the fact that Jose Valenzuela don't got no defense, and then on top of the fact that he chooses to cover for defense. And you take a look at the punches that had effect on him were the punches that came around the gloves. And that's why I always say, like, my dad didn't teach me that defense, that peekaboo defense, and I don't really like it because you're still susceptible to getting damaged. You know, so
who does we're gonna go back, but I want to go forward real quick. You know who does a peekaboo defense and looks like a turtle? Pitbull Cruz. I mean, it's like you can't get to him when he peekaboos. It's like it's like a turtle that goes into their shell.
And he oh yeah, look at him. Yeah, appreciate you, Carson, with the Mark Breland. My bad. I know I embarrassed myself, but and y'all behind this too, so y'all wouldn't have got it on time anyway. But, appreciate y'all for nothing.
But so where Jose go from here? Just kind of build himself back up, work on defense in fights.
Yeah. Always. So here's the thing: when people say, "Oh, you're always better from a loss." The L doesn't stand for loss; it stands for lesson.
But you don't want to take it.
You don't. And this is what I've said. I've said that a lot of times through a win, we're tricking ourselves into thinking we're somewhere we aren't because of a win. So we'll keep it really simple. You take 10 punches in the fight, and you know, like, yo, I'm getting hit more than I'm used to getting hit. But then I got the knockout. That knockout trumps the fact that you got hit.
You looked at all the good shit you did.
No, I never. Oh, that's not even what it was. That's not even what it was.
I'm just checking your temperature.
Not at all.
Checking your temperature. Okay.
No, because I'm a very self-aware person.
Okay.
But a loss will make you self-aware.
Yeah.
And then to make you stop and see what I'm doing wrong. What can I improve? Mm-hmm. Through a win, through a big knockout, you may miss some of the things that you need to improve on. You know what I mean? So I think, if anything, you say, Jose, you go right back where you were before you fought De Los Santos, because he wasn't fighting killers or anybody. He was fighting people that could help him develop. Yeah. So you're still in the developmental phase. It just happened to be this guy was a little bit more than a developmental fight for him.
And hey, shout out to Edwin. Now he's on the map.
Yeah,
he's up in there now. He's about to be a problem.
Yeah,
that's a tough style to beat. I mean, he has one loss. But that's a tough style.
It is because he's long, can counterpunch, and counters with power.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yep. Let's move forward real quick. Mahrez and Flores. And I think we can be brief on Mahrez and Flores. I was hyped. I thought he was going.
He blew his load in second.
I thought he was going to get it done.
Yeah, he thought he was going to get it done too. And then that ring, being in a fight, a fight, caught up to him. Was like, oh, it's been 4 years.
10-round fight. I think
he blew it at second.
In the fourth round was when I was like,
I thought it was the second.
No. I'm saying I think in the fourth round was like when I was like, I don't think he ready for a 10-round fight. Yeah, and I think it showed to be that. You know what I mean? I liked his boxing. I never saw that before out of Abner.
Yeah,
he was slick.
Yeah,
he was moving, using the ring. I never saw that out of Abner.
I ain't realized Abner.
I was hyped.
I know you was probably wild.
I was wilding.
Was Katie? Was Katie wild?
Katie.
My bad. Was Kate wilding too?
Kate wasn't. No. Kate
okay.
They say cool. Kate stays cool, but a couple times it was, come on, Abner. But
do the accent again?
But no. But it was on me, man. I mean,
losing it.
I'm losing it. Because
that's your guy.
And it's like I always say, when you know somebody, you're connected to them. In the fight game, it's just a little bit different.
I know.
It's like
I know.
Yeah, it's like you see somebody like you saw what happened to Jose. You're like, damn, man, young dude. I hate to see it. If that's me, you probably damn near crying.
I probably wouldn't have came today.
Yeah, you probably wouldn't have came today. What are you talking about? So, but yeah, man, I saw that Abner just wasn't quite ready for a 10-round fight.
Yeah.
So when he was getting it done in like the second round, my thought was get it. I had no clue that he wasn't ready for a 10-round fight, but I was like, get it done.
Yeah, you got to get it done.
Get it done so that there's nothing, so that nothing happens. You know what I mean? The longer the fight goes, the more susceptible you are to damage. Anybody who's like, the joke was, is Abner going to box with sunglasses on? It's funny,
I'm
but
not
then
going to laugh at that. Carson, you out of line.
It was
Carson. I know it was Carson.
It was wild, but at the same time, we all know that he had been dealing with some health issues with his eyes and things like that. So everybody's concerned. I think beyond making jokes and stuff like that, we're like, yo, why are you getting back in the ring? So I think he got back in it. He had the taste, came out with a draw. I thought that the draw was maybe a tad suspect, but it seemed like a draw was fitting.
Yeah, it was draw. And hey, Abner, that you proved to us. All right, we good. You got a lot going on outside the ring. We get it. You wanted to show us, but man, we was excited. It was good to have you back in the sport of boxing. But man, you got so much going on outside the ring. You're a great commentator. Let's stick to that. I mean, if you want to get back in the ring, hey, I have no problem watching you and being entertained. I ain't gonna lie. When I was watching, I'm like, hey, I'm good with the Santa Cruz Abner Ramirez 3.
You want to see it or you don't?
I'll take it.
You take it?
Yeah, all night. It's a all night.
Because
it's a all night.
Leo can still fight at that pace.
Damn, you're right.
So we're not gonna get the same thing
for the first 2 rounds, though.
Yeah. And I think Leo is in a different part.
Leo overwhelming.
Yeah, he's gonna overwhelm him. Yep. And then the main event. Was it a letdown for you? Is that how we started? No.
You good. I mean,
I throw a jab. I can't throw a jab.
We all predicted a stoppage. Yeah. And they didn't deliver a stoppage like everybody wanted. But it was some exciting moments. Ruiz dropped him 3 times. Hey, man, it's like when, sometimes when you see, I do it. Go ahead. Sometimes when you see young people fighting old people, you think, hey, let's stop, man. Stop. That's what I felt like. Hey, let's stop hitting that old ass man.
Yeah.
Stop hitting that old ass man. And shout to Luis Ortiz. He kept getting up. But I think, people say, why ain't Andy go in for the kill? I think he felt that power early. And that's the first time he fought a southpaw. So it was like, that power was respectable. Ask Deontay Wilder. Yeah. You don't just rush that. No. There's a lot of people like, just go in for the finish. It ain't that easy. Yeah. When he took a couple of shots too.
So, and we did DraftKings. Shout out to DraftKings. I had a great time doing the promos for DraftKings with Kate. And they wanted me to come up with some bets. And so I'm looking at what do they call them? The props that they had.
Yeah, props bets.
Oh snap! We'll come to Cruz last.
We'll double back.
That was the point.
Hey Carson, get out of here, man! You ain't on the show. You're over here still passing the ball. You're just like AI.
What? Oh, shit.
All right, you said. Oh damn, man! Damn, see, this is stuff.
Hold on.
All right, you said I was talking about how the power. He respect the power and he want to come inside.
So I was doing. And then we were doing it. We were looking at the bets and stuff like that, and I said, man, I really like Luis Ortiz to knock out Ruiz, and simply because I thought Andy would try to really press. I knew that was gonna happen. Everybody should have bet that there was gonna be knockdowns before the second round.
Oh yeah.
Because if you've seen Luis Ortiz's last fight, you know that he's 43. He's susceptible to damage now. Taking punches at heavyweight is just different from taking punches at any other weight class. So
especially 2 big shots from Deontay Wilder.
And it's weird because it's like things offset. So one thing we say is heavyweights age slower than any other division, which is a fact. They age slower, which means at 43, Luis Ortiz may in fact be 38, 39, or a welterweight's version of a 38 or 39-year-old, whatever the case may be. But but their power is different, and that impact is just different.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. So he can't take it anymore.
Yeah,
And it's really unfortunate because, I mean, he's been my guy for a very long time. And I liked what Deontay said. He said, I stepped up and gave him a chance because nobody else was doing it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I really do think that Deontay, he had heard people saying that he couldn't box and he couldn't this and he couldn't that. And he said, man, well, if I take on this boogeyman and I beat him, can't nobody say nothing about it.
You got to give him my respect.
And you got to respect the man for doing that. He didn't have to fight him. Kind of is what it is. I didn't have to fight Luis Ortiz. I fought him because I wanted to prove something, and he did it.
And I think we was nervous in the second round more than we were the second fight more than we was the first fight with Luis Ortiz. Wilder.
Yeah.
Because we've seen the success he had, and I think he rocked him the first fight.
Yeah. Had him hurt.
Yeah.
Fight.
Yeah. He survived the round,
but in this one, man, I just think that Luis Ortiz is his best days are past him. Yes, he can still beat the average heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think he had enough to beat Andy Ruiz, and I just don't think that he has enough. Am I curious to see him against Anthony Joshua? Not really.
Andy or Luis?
Anthony Joshua and Luis Ortiz.
I think I had somebody for Luis. Frank Sanchez.
No.
I'm just trying to get a fight, man.
I know, but no.
I mean, we know how it will go, but
no.
All right, so
I think he has a better chance against Anthony Joshua than he does against Frank Sanchez.
Okay. What about I think it has to make sense. You know what? I was telling somebody else that they were like, "Why is he fighting still?" Honestly, I think Luis is fighting to sacrifice himself for his family. Mm-hmm. He knows that they came from nothing. Yeah. The daughter has issues, and I'm gonna do whatever I got to do to take care of you.
I'm gonna have him on the show, man. We're gonna do a whole show for Luis Ortiz. I'm not retiring him or anything like that.
Yeah,
but
I'm not gonna retire him.
I appreciate him that much.
Yeah,
and I know his story, and I don't think people out there know his story.
Yeah,
he got a boat.
Yeah,
over here. And then
had to double back and go get his family.
Went through shit with Mexicans and all that kind of, like, my man has an unbelievable story. It'll make you a fan, and it will make you root for him no matter who he's in the ring with.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I just, man, I do, man. I truly do appreciate Luis Ortiz to the fullest, knowing him as a fighter and as a person. He's a dynamite guy. And
yeah,
there's a good one.
What about the bald head guy that lose in Brooklyn all the time? They lost it.
He talking about
Babyface. Yep. Why I say losing Brooklyn all the time? That's out of line.
That's twice in Brooklyn. Relax. And then Andy would definitely want to see him against Deontay Wilder.
Oh yes,
definitely.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, early 2023.
That's a hell of a fight.
Andy can't even mess with Deontay.
That's a hell of a pay-per-view.
Yeah. Andy better hope. I mean, I don't know. It's easier said than done. Rush him, get inside, but good luck. Hey, just because Tyson Fury was able to do it don't mean you can.
I thought it was and I think we're speaking just a little bit too long on this, but we'll wrap it up on Luis Ortiz and Andy Ruiz. But I think it's a shame that this is his first time fighting a southpaw as a heavyweight. Mm-hmm. If you knew that Luis Ortiz was coming, you said that as a kid. Your dad said that to you as a kid. You should have been getting ready for a southpaw. Didn't matter. There's no other.
No, he said he fought one before and he just ducked under punches, something like that.
But not as a pro.
Yeah, no, it wasn't a pro.
You got to do it as a pro.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you got to do it on a significant level so that you're ready for something like that. And then the other side of that is, he tasted that power, even though he knocked down Luis Ortiz. He tasted that power and didn't want to taste it anymore. Which I ain't mad at him.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Helenius, is that his name?
Helenius
is a tougher fight than Andy Ruiz for Deontay Wilder.
Ooh, Robert Helenius.
Yep, my man. He's big, tough, look like a caveman.
Yeah, he do.
Yeah, and he coming to fight.
Is he Norwegian? Yeah.
But honestly, I think that's a tough fight.
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Let's get to Pitbull Cruz real quick.
That was easy work.
And Ramirez.
Easy work.
That's why we skipped it, because it was easy work.
How old is Ramirez? Like 34, 35? He was born 34 years ago to lose to Pitbull.
Oh, stop. What the hell? You can't say that.
Hey, my man couldn't do nothing with him.
No, he couldn't.
I mean, what? All right. Well, 29 years ago, he was built for that moment in the second round.
That's messed up, man. You can't say that.
I mean, he walked through that guy. He looked like, you know when you're in the hood and you see a dog out, a pit bull walking the street? That's what he looked like that day. Like, ah, shit. He couldn't do nothing, man. He was on his butt from the time the bell ring.
Couple more things and then we'll get up out of here, y'all. Appreciate y'all hanging in there with us. Yeah. 3:55 that's on, and whoever got on and got off, whatever the case may be. Appreciate y'all. We know it's late. Pitbull, I don't like calling Pitbull. Sept Cruz he's becoming the people's champ.
Yes. Especially in LA.
Doesn't sell himself.
Don't talk.
Don't talk. Don't got much to say. I don't know if y'all saw the weigh-in. After the weigh-in, this was one of the most intense stare downs I've ever seen.
Yeah, he wouldn't take his eyes off of him.
When you don't really need to do that. You know what I mean?
Not for that guy.
I'm not saying not for that guy, but just
we know what you're gonna do.
We know
what you're gonna do.
And I think he knows
like
what
Shawn
you're gonna do.
It's no need for all that, bro.
And I think he knows what you're gonna do. But that's his nature.
Yeah. I'm tough.
It's a pit bull's nature to fight.
Yeah.
It's a pit bull's nature to be tough.
Yeah.
And all that. And I know it's some dog lovers out there that say, oh, all pit bulls aren't killers. No.
Some of them
This
softies.
pit bull is a monster and entertaining on a level that you don't need to hear him speak.
Oh yeah, he is like a silent.
He's
assassin.
silent but deadly.
Yeah.
You don't need to see him. He don't got to take pictures with everybody, and he don't got to stand around and go to a Boxman Expo and do autographs and all that kind of thing. We want to see him get in the ring, be explosive as all get out, and end the night early, which is what he did against Ramirez.
No disrespect to Pitbull, I don't want to see a rematch with Tank.
Me neither.
Okay, I thought I was just the only one because I see everybody keep yelling it.
No disrespect.
But I'm here for Rolly.
I didn't know you was going to say that.
Why?
Because, I didn't know that was going to lead to you saying who you do want to see him again.
I mean, I'm here for Rolly.
Okay.
I'm here for Rolly.
Let's go back to Tank real quick.
Okay.
Did you see Tank on TV?
Yeah, I seen Tank.
Hey, salute to Tank Davis. I feel like
Tank is a certified superstar.
I feel like fighters are always put in positions that we may not be ready for, or even want to be put in. He did not want to be put on the screen
over and over again
right after that big knockout.
Yeah,
he's beyond Pitbull, Sept Cruz.
Yes,
he's beyond that fight. Been there, done that. And I have pay-per-view things to do, and he's not a pay-per-view sell for me. That fight would sell, no doubt. The fight might look a little different, but let me get back to my point. The way he handled being on TV and said, "It's all right, y'all. Y'all, I get it. I get it, but I'm beyond that," and just smiled and took all that. We want Tank. We want Tank. He took it so gracefully that you can't be mad at him. You can't look at him and say, because he didn't put up his middle fingers. You can't look at him because he didn't say, I'm beyond that. Guess what? He knows that we're going to say that.
Yeah.
He knows that the fight world knows that he's beyond Sept Cruz. And so I think that so many other fighters would have handled that differently. And I just was proud to see the maturity of Tank Davis. And I've been seeing it for a little while now, but I know how I would have handled it. I would have handled it the way that he did. I'm not saying that he handled it the way that I did, so it was great, but I just know that so many other fighters would have been just throwing shade on the crowd and all that. And now you can't even leave the stadium because everybody after your neck, you know what I mean? So I just thought that he handled that, man, gracefully in the best way he could have in a moment where everybody wants to see that fight now.
And, it's one of those things.
And let me remind you, he fought with one hand.
Yeah.
For 9.
What do you mean?
10 rounds. Yeah. With one hand.
And he won.
Yeah. Imagine that fight, y'all, with 2 rounds. I'm just saying, with 2 hands. I'm just saying. Imagine that fight with 2 hands. So, all right, no excuses. We got the rematch. Imagine Tank Davis with 2 hands against Isaac Cruz. You're more than likely not going to get a rematch. So just imagine it. And think about who Tank Davis is with 2 hands and what he's done against everybody with 2 hands. I mean, they were prepared to do that, prepared to be themselves against Isaac, but just didn't have the opportunity.
And I think people don't realize when you're the top guy, a Canelo, a Tank, a Floyd Mayweather.
Yeah.
How many times you seen Floyd give rematches? Madonna?
Yeah.
Like Cato Plant, you're never getting Canelo again.
And another thing,
Rolly, you're never getting Tank again.
And another thing, to my point, usually when guys got in the ring with Floyd, their stock increased, everything rose.
Yeah.
And that's exactly what happened.
But your stock
Isaac.
Never went there again. Your stock never went.
Yeah.
That's
your point.
That's the thing. I remember you after the Earl Spence fight. I was like, Shawn never getting him again.
Yeah.
Mentally, I wanted it. I'm pretty sure you wanted it, but I'm like, it makes no sense for my man.
Yeah.
You got bigger and better fish to fry.
Isaac looked great. Probably the most explosive fighter at 135 with his style. I think obviously Tank Davis is the other 135 pounder just as explosive as Isaac Cruz, but I think he looked even better between this fight and the last fight that he had. You know what I mean? That, like, closing the distance. He's changing levels. I hate to talk about certain things because I feel like I'm like giving away. Like,
first off, he wasn't in there with the greatest.
No, he wasn't. But
so let's not talk it up too much.
But his
performance level, performance.
Because most guys are like, I got to move my head to get in and this, but he's just like, I just got to change my level a little bit, and that's what got the job done. I got, obviously, again against Ramirez, but I liked that adjustment and I liked that improvement. I hadn't seen that out of him, and I was very impressed by that. So. Another impressive performance. I know the world can't wait to see Isaac Cruz again. Congratulations to him. Another great fight on Fox. Had a ton of fun with Kate as always, and looking forward to Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenius on Fox.
We're getting out of here. Alicia Meyer.
Baumgardner.
All right, I got Alicia. Claressa or Savannah?
I got
Claressa. All right, what y'all got? Let us know in the comments, the chat, and we'll see them next week. We got a special guest next week.
We do?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we do. We do. Who is it? Oh, yeah. Should we say it? Should we make that announcement?
No, because every time you announce somebody, they don't make it.
Hey, appreciate y'all for hanging in there with us.
Yeah.
We had to go live today because the fights were on Sunday. We record on Sundays if y'all didn't know that, but beyond that, we do have a Patreon set up now, patreon.com/TPWP. Check us out. Subscribe to that. We're going to bring some exclusive content there. We have a great episode that we did with Hall of Famer Fernando Vargas and his 3 soon-to-be champions.
Yeah, and Shawn actually get loosened up on that side. Huh?
Yeah.
Believe it or not. He gets a little loose over there.
I'm a little looser, I suppose.
Yeah, a little loose
over
in the
there.
jeans.
And we over there kicking it. So that we're gonna try to bring those episodes to y'all live on Thursdays. Y'all be looking out for that. Subscribe to that. And
if you're looking for some merch, you go tpwp.com. You're gonna get you some PorterWay podcast merch. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's what it is.
It's the PorterWay.com.
Is it?
Yes.
Yeah, it's the PorterWay.com.
Yeah, I got to pick up some
/TPWP /shop. We got the hats, we got the shirt,
and I hope to see y'all this weekend at the Box Fan Expo. Saturday. Oh no, yeah, you're right. Now I'm doing stuff that we need to do, that we do on Sunday. So, all right, we out of here. See y'all on the next.
Appreciate it.